Hello, my name is Steve Curran and I own Marina del Rey Yacht Sales. I've been in business selling boats here in Marina del Rey since 1969. I guess that makes it 46 years now. And grew up in Santa Barbara, California, fell in love with sailing when I was in elementary school and just sailed ever since, and done pretty much spent my whole life boating and sailing. Including racing to Hawaii and trying out for the Olympics, and living aboard for almost 20 years with my wife, at times with 2 kids, and just very committed to the boating lifestyle. I started business when I was a student at UCLA in 1969 selling Hobie Cats when it was a hot new boat, and I've spent most of my career in selling boats, selling new boats. And at this point in time in Marina del Rey Yacht Sales, we're selling strictly used boats. And we've been driven to that quite a bit by the weakness of the new boat market and the expensiveness of new boats and the advantage of buying used boats. We're all used to automobiles where we use them every day and we put a lot of miles on them. Well, boats don't have a lot of miles being put on them generally. The average boat here in Marina del Rey is in the slip by far most of the time, and they simply don't get worn out. So the value, there's just plenty of miles left on a new boat. I mean, many times they've been used 4 or 5% of their life, and they might be 3, 4, 5 years old. And they're virtually half price in many cases. They've taken like an automobile, they take the biggest hit when they're new. So you can get a boat, very lightly used boat, at a tremendous price advantage to an older boat. And a newer boat, excuse me. And another thing is the cost of materials and cost of production is forcing manufacturers to take some quality out of boats. Most manufacturers of modern sailboats are using synthetic woods now instead of real woods. They're doing everything they can to get man hours out to control costs and be competitive and deal with the price disadvantage of new. So oftentimes a boat that's 5 or 10 years old is made out of better wood. For example, teak. Most boats aren't being built with teak anymore. I think it's outlawed for boats that are made in the European community to be made anything but farm-grown teak. Virtually no boats are built from Europe using teak. And that was not the case 5 years ago. Teak's a higher quality, more expensive wood. So there's some really significant price advantages to buying a used boat.